but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me. People like sheep move feet, hurt it easy. You don't wanna be fast asleep when they see me. Better stand tall, ready for a fight, believe me. When they try to change, you can say no, free me. So he's been looking.
Oh, hello, man. Welcome once again to another episode of the Geek Gauntlet Podcast. I'm your host, Mr. William D. Morgan, and I have a cast of thousands with me right now. First, let me go ahead and get everybody introduced. Person up next, she is the head of the Geek News Now writing team. She's also in charge of social media, and of course, she is our beloved TikTok and cosplay queen. Let me bring my girl Kat up. Kat, what's up?
Dude, did I miss an announcement? When did I take over the writers?
I thought you did.
No.
Oh, my bad.
Like, is there something I don't know?
I'm trying to give you extra job duty. Oh, man. All right, let me go ahead and bring in my next person. He brings you up to date and everything going on in the world of comic books. Roman man, Ty and Ty, what's up?
Hello. Let me just... Anyone excited for Power Rangers this week? So, that's all. How's it going? Well, I'm happy to be here tonight.
Good. Glad to have you. And last but certainly not least, let me bring my man, the main man in. Let me bring Shaw in. Shaw, what's up, man?
Sup? How y'all doing tonight?
How you doing? All right, so let's go ahead and get everything. Give me a second here. I need to do one thing.
One Mississippi, two Mississippi.
My son wanted to chime in tonight, so I got to send him the invite real quick. Yeah, he wants to chime in tonight. So give me 1 second. Let me get him in here. Doggone it, Hunter. Give me 1 second, guys. Because I cannot find him on Discord. All right. Let's go ahead and before we get started and get him in here, let's go ahead and get our death battle started for the evening. It's going to be an interesting one. First, let me do this. All right, our death battle for this evening. And I don't know, is Rose from Street Fighter versus Sindel from Mortal Kombat? I don't know how I feel about this. I love Rose as a character personally, but the Mortal Kombat fights are just so
Brutal.
And Street Fighter is so sophisticated, if you want to say. I don't know, man. Let me start around the room. Let me start with Kat. Kat, who do you think wins this fight?
I gotta go Sindel because, like you said, Street Fighter is more of like a technical battle. It's like Dragon Ball Z, right? Like they don't want to kill anybody because they want to fight him again. Where Mortal Kombat is just brutal.
Yeah, it is. And like I said, I love. Maybe she wins when she becomes them Bison, which is down the line for her. But I don't know. Ty, what you thinking, man?
I played way more Mortal Kombat than I did Street Fighter. And so I'm always going to say fatalities are always going to go for the win. That's just my route, just because, again, I always found the way the fights were done in Mortal Kombat were often, as you said, were more often focused in a way to like kill and destroy your target, your enemy, versus the other ones was fighting to compete into a fight in a competition versus death.
Right. Let me bring home our female resident streamer. Let me bring Diamond in. Diamond, what's up?
What's up, everyone?
How you doing?
Hey.
Doing good.
Good. We're just going over our death battle, which is Sindel from Mortal Kombat versus Rose from Street Fighter. What's your take? Who do you think wins?
That's hard. Probably like Rose. I feel like Rose will win.
Okay, why do you say that?
Probably, or like she's more. I guess she's been around longer than Sindel. I guess like because isn't she like 100 years old or something?
This is true.
Oh, I
And
didn't
so
know that.
she's
This is
been
true.
like and Sindel has like died a few times and maybe been
Mhm.
married. So it's like Rose has more experience than Sindel, even though Sindel has like the hair whipping and the screaming in your ear, basically.
But I says, as I bring on my number one son, Hunter. Hunter, how are you?
I'm doing well.
But here's my thing, and I get the Hunter's and I get the Hunter and Shaw in a sec. Like I said earlier, I just think those fights are so brutal in Mortal Kombat. I mean, my gosh, I mean, it's like the Street Fighter fights are like so sophisticated and just meant to knock out, but not really kill. You know what I'm saying, Diamond?
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's my only thing. But I agree with you. She's been around longer, but I don't know if experience, because basically you're breaking it down to experience versus savagery. And I don't
guess
I
you'd
don't
have
know
to
if
ask.
experience wins at this point. Go ahead.
Oh, so I guess you'd have to ask. Since these are they're both fighting games, but they're both drastically different style of fighting games, and so I would say it would. Guess you'd come down to if the Street Fighter character were to come over to Mortal Kombat, would they have that same level of brutality? You think?
That's a good point.
That's what I would think about.
Shaw, what do you think?
I kind of gotta go with Rose. I mean, like, there's a lot of stuff that Rose can do in those games.
She can.
Yeah, I mean, I do remember her being pretty cheesy in the fourth one, if I'm not mistaken. So I gotta go with Rose.
My only thing with Rose, she's in the body of a mortal, though. Hunter, what do you think?
Honestly, I think Sindel takes it because Sindel's older and has more experience. If you're going with the original timeline, Sindel, she's 10,000 years old.
If you go with timeline, not the new.
Yeah, because it's like with the way they're doing things now, like Sindel as she is now will not stand up to Rose. It's not. Mortal Kombat 1 Sindel can't do it. But if we're talking about like OG Sindel from Mortal Kombat 1 all the way through Armageddon, Sindel takes this fight, and it just comes down to experience, not savagery.
It's just old. And like I say, those fights are so brutal. The only one I can see who might be able to move over to something like that might be maybe if you take a Street Fighter character over to Mortal Kombat. Bison?
Nope, it would actually be Akuma. Akuma would
be
that.
it. Akuma would be it.
Yeah.
Are you talking about taking fighters from Street Fighter into Mortal Kombat? Hey, what's up?
Yeah, we're talking about Sindel versus Rose. Sindel
I
from
mean,
Mortal Kombat versus Rose from Street
there's
Fighter.
a couple of fighters in Street Fighter I'd put in Mortal Kombat. I mean, I think Vega would go.
Yeah, you're right.
You'd probably put Vega in there. Balrog.
Mm-hmm. You could also put like Jury in there too.
You could put Jury in.
Jury would love that.
Jury would love that. She would fit.
I mean, I think Chun-Li would kill Sonya.
Sonya Blade?
But Sonya's got all the tech though. They like go no holds barred with Sonya's kit though.
I don't know, man. That's gonna be a shot. You're gonna have to put that one on the docket next time we do a video game one.
That would be close.
It's like I'm playing Sonya thinking this is gonna be easy, and I'm getting shot with laser guns. And I'm like, bro, chill.
I mean, I'm also extremely dated in video games, and I'm still thinking like Sonya in like the 80s workout gear or Mortal Kombat 1. Like her fatality was like the worst fatality in the game.
She was good in DC versus Mortal Kombat too. I mean,
see, only you talk about that though. We swore not to talk about that once Injustice came out.
But still, it was good. Yeah, you got a point. But I love Rose. I do. Like I said, I think Rose will stand a better chance down the road when she becomes M. Bison than she does now. But I gotta go with Sindel too.
Yeah, I haven't played. I haven't played either one of the newer. I mean, the last Mortal Kombat game I played. What was the one that came out with the Scorpion statue?
X.
The Mortal Kombat 9, I think.
I think that was X. I think it was X.
Yeah, I think it was 10. Yep.
That was the last one I got because I wanted the Scorpion statue, and that was the last one I played. But then I realized why I stopped playing Mortal Kombat because I played online, and some little twerp kept e-Hondaing me, and it wasn't fun.
Yeah.
Kid, I was fighting the kid that was playing Jax, and dude just kept shooting me.
Ooh,
I hate that.
Hey, he wasn't Deathstroke though.
Like when you play Injustice, and someone plays this Green Arrow and they keep shooting the arrows at you from half.
No, it was it was even more annoying than that. It was like when you're playing Street Fighter 2 and you always had that one friend that picks Honda and just keeps doing the pimp slap.
He said pimp slap.
I mean, we could just talk about playing Soul Calibur and hitting, button smashing right there. I mean,
Soul Calibur. Taki is queen.
Or Killer Instinct.
Orchid is queen. Orchid is queen. I don't care what version of Killer Instinct you're talking about. She is queen. And Taki is queen of hers. So, Kat, you're saying you're going with...
I was going Sindel because, like we said, the fatality always trumps.
Yeah. What about Ty? You're saying...
I'm terrible with the names. What was the Mortal Kombat character's name again?
Sindel.
Sindel, yeah.
Shaw, you going with Rose?
Yeah, I'm going Rose.
All right. Diamond, you're going with Rose?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I got Sindel. Who you going with again, Hunter?
I got Sindel.
And Ambrose, you're going with...
Whichever the one from Mortal Kombat is, because that's the tougher universe.
Sindel.
All right.
No, Mortal Kombat versus Smash Bros.
Damn. That's
tough. That's tough.
That's a whole new ball game.
I mean, they do have Kazuya on the roster now in Smash Bros. So.
See, the Smash Brothers is a whole different ball game though, because it's about if you know how to use the character. Like my wife cannot play for shit if she plays with like King DDD. But if you let her be Peach, she will wreck your world.
But see, that's how Mortal Kombat is too. You have to know your combos. Like in a game like Killer Instinct or Soul Calibur, you can button smash and usually survive pretty well. Mortal Kombat or Smash Bros, you can't. You have to be able to know your combos and be able to survive.
Yeah,
this is true.
At least that's how I see it.
Oh, go ahead.
You want to say who else want to comment before we moved on? Anybody else want to comment before we move on? All right. So, Shaw, what's next on the docket, my friend?
All right. Well, picture number 1, we have to say rest in peace to Sir Michael Gambon. Gambon, yeah. He died at the age of 82. How are y'all feelings on this?
R.I.P.
I mean, he did so much stuff. Harry Potter's just of all the things he's got his name on.
Yeah.
He even did video game voice acting.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, it's definitely going to be a loss to the entertainment world.
Yeah,
Definitely.
I only know his name, and it kind of sucks now. I know it's Dumbledore, but he has a corner named after him on the original Top Tier test track.
Yep.
Yes. Corner.
Yes.
I mean, he's so accomplished that when I pull up his works, I have to compartmentalize it. I can't even I just tried to pull up some things for reference, and it's like he's been in everything from toys with Robin Williams to obviously Harry Potter, and from stage to screen, the guy. Yeah, well, I'm not a big Whovian, so I didn't know that. So, but from stage to screen, the guy was just gifted. He's just was a really good actor, and I don't even think didn't the original Dumbledore die?
Yes.
So he had the task of having to go in and reclaim that role after the other guy did an awesome job with it.
After Chamber of Secrets.
Yeah, after Chamber of Secrets. So he had to reclaim someone that was already banging up the job. and then he made it his own. So I mean, it's just he's 82. You got to go sometime, but still, yeah, like Kat said, Hollywood definitely lost a good actor today.
All right, you guys. Before we move on, I gotta do this. I put it up earlier. I want to know. It's not on the docket. I want a genuine reaction to this. Who wins this fight? Iron Man or Michael Bay? Optimus Prime.
You're being very specific. So this is Michael Bay's Optimus Prime and not actual Optimus
Prime. Not cartoon Prime. Michael Bay's Optimus Prime.
Okay, well, I'm going with the intelligence of Michael Bay, and I'm pretty sure Iron Man will just like blow some things up, and Optimus Prime will just get like crippled by distraction at how cool the explosions are, and then Iron Man kills him.
That is very clearly Excalibur in his hand, so I'm gonna say.
but it's Michael Bay, so Excalibur will blow up too.
After Excalibur's been in some car chase of some kind,
Excalibur will turn into its own car and then blow up.
I want to say this. To me, it don't matter. You could have the Hulk Buster. He could have the Hulk Buster. It don't matter. He's getting his ass is getting whooped by Michael Bay Prime.
What?
Not cartoon Prime.
No.
Maybe not
Cartoon Prime.
Maybe
Cartoon Prime crushes Iron Man.
Remember, Michael Bay went on, dominated T-Rexes.
I mean, I'm gonna have to go with Prime.
Michael Bay just had plot armor, okay?
Because Prime would just grab a hold of Iron Man and just squeeze him until he popped.
That's it.
Yeah, but like Iron Man's intelligent, and he'll just say words that aren't monosyllabic, and it'll just confuse the hell out of Michael Bay Optimus Prime.
His Iron Man will probably have some kind of nanotech that just goes into the suit of Optimus and just vaporizes from the inside.
I don't think we even get to that point.
Iron Man would be like, this fight makes about as much sense as a Michael Bay movie. I win.
I don't think
randomly a Mountain Dew machine will come alive and that'll go to the fight too. So
what you think, Hunter?
So my whole thing about this fight is that when you really look at Optimus Prime in the Bayverse, how many fights has that Prime won by himself?
How many fights has he died though?
Again, I'm just saying.
Michael Bay
by himself. He's won as a team, but he hasn't dominated just anyone solo. When you think about it,
he might as well be Elektra. He just dies after every fight, and then someone revives him to come back with more power.
I mean, I'm just gonna say that one is Tony Stark, and the other one took his orders from Shia LaBeouf.
Damn.
All right, like
there's that.
As long as Iron Man doesn't fly up his pee hole and get bigger, he should be fine.
I think Iron Man loses. I don't care what laces he got. I don't care what armor he has. I just think he gets trumped.
No.
His
I
tech
just
was
drunk anyway. He'll probably be drunk. He'll be drunk by the time he got to that fight.
Literally the Iron Man tech that made Peter Parker's Spider-Man suit took over Doc Ock's armor, control of his arms. So you can't think that Iron Man wouldn't have the same similar tech to take over anything off Optimus Prime.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, there is the symbiote suit. I mean, what version are we dealing with? Are we dealing with MCU Iron Man, or are we dealing with comic Iron Man?
Yeah, there's a lot of variables here, man.
That's true.
The other thing too is we're also dealing with sentient tech versus hi, I'm a guy who makes his tech do its thing.
He's made sentient tech, depending on which version of Iron Man you're looking at.
Optimus Prime is sentient tech.
No, I know, but I'm saying that Iron Man has made his own sentient tech.
Right.
I just think the whole fight is over before Tony Stark will have a chance to figure anything out.
I think Michael Bay wakes up every morning and thanks God for J.J. Abrams' existence, because without J.J. Abrams, he'd be the worst director in Hollywood.
Well, the only way that
that hurt.
But thing is though, Pearl Harbor proved Michael Bay actually has talent. That's the worst part. He just proves not to use it.
Well, that's just it. Like if they'd given Michael Bay G.I. Joe, it would have been perfect. Because G.I. Joe is nothing but futuristic tech and explosion.
I completely agree with you. They totally should have given that to him.
If he did G.I. Joe, it would have been glorious.
And it would have made no sense. There would have been people dressed like football players. Like, you know, like
did G.I. Joe make sense?
Make sense.
Like,
You know, if you
G.I.
go
Joe
back to
make
the original cartoon, it already doesn't make sense as an adult.
Hey,
I
yeah.
tried that.
Oh no, I know. That's why it's my favorite episode of Community when Jeff gets drunk and ends up in a G.I. Joe universe.
there's two things we do not do right, Ty. There's two things we don't do right here, Ty. One, we don't talk about Transformers in a negative way.
Okay.
And two, we do not disrespect G.I. Joe.
I'm not disrespecting. I grew up. I had
Now you
all
know.
the Transformer stuff on my
And
shelf.
knowing is half the battle.
But you can disrespect the movies.
Oh.
But you can disrespect the movies because the movies were hot garbage.
I mean,
I think
The cartoon was a shit.
Is it the fifth movie's Last Night, right?
Yeah.
That's probably the one that I just can't sit. I've watched it once and I don't know if I can sit through it again. But but I can rewatch probably the first 2 or 3.
Wait, are we talking about Transformers?
Yes.
In fact, are we back on Transformers? I went off the rails when they had like the yin yang twin robots that couldn't read. And then they had like Robo Gandalf. He was like a jet in a museum or something, but then he ended up being like a robot wizard.
I
don't know. Yeah. And then after that, like Marky Mark got involved, and I was just like, "This is getting out of hand."
I liked her.
I couldn't.
For all you youngins out there, Marky Mark is Mark Wahlberg.
Yep.
Yes.
I couldn't stand Rodimus Prime, and I couldn't stand Ultra Magnus. Rodimus Prime was stupid, and Ultra Magnus made absolutely no freaking sense. He was nothing but an Optimus Prime freaking clone with a different type of trailer.
Oh crap! I just realized we're in public, and Mark Wahlberg hates being called that. He's gonna beat my ass.
All right.
Hey, tell him, hey, I mean, tell him come find you. I mean, I'll be
You'll be
sure I
all
get
right.
my lawyer on the phone before you show up.
You'll be all right.
I seen the Departed. He knows how to find people.
Just ask.
somebody get
Play
you off
some
track.
music. Get the Funky Bunch going. You know?
Exactly.
Okay, I'm off the hook. You mentioned the Funky Bunch. You're done. All right.
All right. Let's go ahead and pick back up. My bad, Shaw. My bad. Go ahead and pick back up, sir.
Not a problem. All right, so
Terrible.
let's talk about Death Battle. Cole versus Alex. What are y'all thoughts?
Okay, can I take this one?
Go ahead.
Man, okay. As an avid fan of Prototype, I mean, I was playing that. I chose because I didn't have a PS3. I wasn't able to play Infamous, but I did love Prototype, and I like Alex Mercer's character. It's just I think he should have won that fight, just because he wouldn't have given Cole the time to think of strategies or anything like that. I mean, you've seen this man. They said literally he take the nuclear bomb. Okay, cool. Yeah, but he also would have taken that whole. He could have absorbed the bomb and became the bomb if he really wanted to. So, who knows, man? But I think Alex Mercer should have won that fight.
I'm like this.
He should have absorbed them straight away, honestly. But they don't do that. And like what Stanley said, whoever wants to win is decided by the scriptwriter before the fight starts anyway.
Well, that's Prototype. That's the character who is in the first game. That's who you play as, but all becomes the big bad in the second game. Like that's just how powerful he is, you know.
So who are these characters though? I don't.
Prototype and Infamous.
Oh, I only know Infamous. I don't know the other one, so I can't. Yeah, I can't weigh in on
You ever
this.
play Prototype?
No, I've never played Prototype.
Yeah, I loved Prototype to death. It was the only game where it was the only GTA style / open world game where I could pick somebody up, run them to the top of the Empire State Building, and just drop them off of it and watch them hit the ground.
I love Infamous too. Pretty much for the same reason. You just run up with me,
Yeah, like
everybody, and just like take them out.
Infamous Second Son is one of my favorite games to play, just because. Yeah, you can. It's kind of like GTA without all the like gratuitous violence. You can just walk around punching people.
Yep.
Oh, it's fun.
It's like it's just great.
Here come a kid. Bam. Knock him on his ass.
I had some experience 10, 15 feet and I really didn't like it. But I didn't like how Death Battle said Cole helped inspire Delson Road. I'm like, Delson has no idea who Cole is at all. Why did they say that? I didn't understand it.
Yeah, we all know how We all know how flaky Death Battle can be. But Shaw, what is the next Death Battle on deck?
Next week, well, not next week. The next one will be Frieza versus Megatron.
Megatron.
What makes them think this is fair? One blows up planets for fun. The other can barely get anything done because of how incompetent Starscream is.
I mean, not wrong.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Yeah.
It's like, honestly, in the G.I. Joe world, if Destro was in charge and not Cobra Commander, so much more would get done.
Facts. Facts. This is true. I gotta admit with that. I gotta go with that. But my thing is, though, it's like Megatron didn't get shit done. This is true, but that doesn't take away that he is a badass.
Well, yeah, of course. I mean, I've already said before. I mean, the Decepticons won the war for Cybertron, and the Autobots don't know their place, and they're fighting back because they're unhappy with the fact that they lost.
Yeah. I just think it's going to be interesting, but I think Frieza wins. I think Frieza wins it.
Yeah, likely.
But we see, like I said, and I'll say it again. They zig when you zag, so we'll see what Death Battle does.
I think, man, if they don't give it to Frieza this time, especially now. Frieza's a brother now. He literally has a whole new form.
We really got to go to Black Frieza?
Yeah, we really. No, we don't really got to go to Black Frieza, but I'm just mentioning it. Shoot. His vertical leap is already 10 times higher than Megatron's.
Assuming they let him have the form. Because assuming they let him have the form, I got you. All right, so what's up on the docket show?
All right, next up, Marvel's Echo is rumored to have only 5 episodes instead of 6. What are y'all thoughts on this maybe change?
I'll let everyone else go around because I have a lot of information on this, and I don't want to take time away from anybody. So you guys all go first.
I mean, I think just as a result of fall TV getting pushed back, everything's going to get bumped or shortened in order to try and make that. It really is what it is. We'll also have to see. I mean, is it going to be an underperformer? I mean, Echo isn't a character that people are really familiar with. So is it going to perform well? Is that maybe why they're limited it to the 5 rather than the 6?
Does anyone else want to go?
You else got anything you want to talk about before Ambrose jumps in?
Go ahead, Ambrose. Yeah,
All right. Disney has not had any confidence in this show. There are multiple sources saying that before the strike, the show was on the chopping block. It was going to get the Batgirl treatment. And then when the strike happened, the strike essentially saved Echo. So this is a show that Disney doesn't really even want. And a telltale sign of that, if anyone wants to rebut that, Disney's releasing all the episodes at once. So I think they're just dumping it. It's done. They just want to get rid of it. They have no faith in it. And if the 6th episode is that bad where they have to go to 5, then so be it. They're just not going to air it.
Oh.
Yeah, because it was going to be canceled. It was not going to be shown until the strike happened. And the strike saved it because Disney got starved for content, so it had to go back on the production slate. Oddly enough, Ironheart went away, but I don't know. I don't know how the business works. That's just what happened.
Okay.
Until they can get Ironheart to where people are going to like her more and make her more likable, I'm happy about Ironheart not being there.
Ironheart's a very, very strange situation, though. I wrote an article about that. You can probably pull it up on the website because it had nothing to do with the strike when they pulled it. The show was done and already in post-production. And something happened and Disney was like, no, this isn't. And they it wasn't even a TBA. It was Ironheart off the slate.
Weird.
Yeah.
I was excited to see the character of the Hood.
Check the article out.
Yeah, because the Hood was supposed to come out in Ironheart.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think Bob Iger is just, I think a lot of it, he's realizing that a lot of this stuff is costing Disney money. And he's really just trying to throttle it back. Because, you know, you have to look at something, when you look at something like Disney Plus, you have to look at something like Ahsoka. And Shah, let me know, and I can go off the rails. If you want to move on to the next topic, by all means, let me know. But like when you look at something like Ahsoka, which I love Ahsoka, it's a great show, but that costs $120 million to make. They're doing blockbuster movie budgets for these shows that aren't getting subscribers. And Echo, I'm sorry, it's like that's not a character where like someone's gonna hop off their couch and be like, I need to get Disney Plus, I need to watch Echo. Like that's not a grabber. That's not going to be something that makes its money back. And you know they need. And I think Bob Iger is starting to realize that. I think somebody might have finally gotten through to him and taught him how streaming works. I don't know, but they're spending blockbuster money on all these shows, and then they're sitting there like Disney Plus lost money. Yeah, no crap. You're spending $1 billion a year on content. Like, what do you think is going to happen?
Yeah,
well, I don't think. I think they've also missed. I think they've not only like spent too much money, they've also overestimated the number of people that were going to stick around for the non-MCU content on Disney Plus. I mean, for me, I was all about Disney Plus once I heard I could get all my old animation and stuff on there. Then I found out they didn't have Fillmore and the Weekenders, and that's when I was just turned right off.
Well, yeah, and speaking to that point, because me and Kat have had this conversation in the chat, the market with something like entertainment always corrects itself, and this is now mirroring network television. You know, you look at NBC's, you know, back in the day when we were kids, NBC's busy time was Seinfeld. And then when Seinfeld's season ended, you'd shift to another network, and then you'd shift to another network. And that's what happens with streaming. And Disney couldn't wrap it around their heads when they got mass cancellation after Mandalorian ended. There wasn't someone in the room saying, we're going to get these people back. Don't worry about it.
They didn't really start, because they had all this content that they could have used that was already, they had their rights. It's already been made. They've already paid their money for it. But they didn't market that content well.
Welcome to stream.
They made it really hard to find the shows and movies you wanted. And then like the shows that people really wanted to see, like you said, The Rescuers, Atlantis, Treasure Planet. These things weren't even on there. So
Dave the Barbarian.
Yeah. They really
as simple as that is. Yeah, that should have been there.
Yeah, should be there.
Yeah. Like they had these moments where they panicked when they were like, well, wait a minute, not that many people have subscribed yet. So here, let's start making all of our own shows because it's working for Netflix, who's been in business for 35 years and has this collateral behind them. Let's just start cranking out, you know, crap on a blockbuster budget. Because some of the new stuff wasn't well thought out. Like Mandalorian was done well, Ahsoka's been done well. The shorts, honestly, I could do without the group shorts.
Yeah.
They're annoying because I have to play every time to watch the next one. Like, just autoplay.
Every time, no, I tell my kid it's broken. Every time she picks a show that's a short, I'm like, nah, that one's broken. We can't do that one, honey.
Yeah, like, I mean, here's the thing. They were relying too much on the adult audience when they really should have focused on what Disney focuses on, which is the kid audience. Bring back some of these classics that were well animated to begin with, that maybe didn't get the same kind of love that they would have gotten nowadays.
Yes.
Hey, where's House of Mouse? That ain't on there.
Yeah. Stick with that for like a year or two to build it and go from there.
Yeah, and but they also don't realize how the market works, and they don't realize like they had, and when they have something like Hulu, and they can pull people from Hulu and be like, hey, summon this, because Bob Iger's 70. Bob Iger's 70, and he came from network television. So the guy, this is not his language, and he doesn't want to listen.
Because that's the whole thing. Every streaming service has it happen. I mean, right now, Amazon's probably sitting pretty high because they just launched Gen V, which is the next installment of the spinoff from The Boys.
Well, Netflix, Amazon, people want to keep that free shipping, so Amazon has that year round. No one's ever going to give up Amazon, even if they don't watch it.
But they're still riding high with their views. Just like Netflix is riding high right now because of Power Rangers. These things are going to happen,
Facts.
And where these
Oh.
other streaming sources have sat back, gone through their building stage, to where then now they have the budget to like, okay, we're going to have a show that we're going to make. So, for example, there was like, 2 weeks between the time One Piece launched and was massive for Netflix, and now we have Power Rangers and Captain, which are 2 more big titles for them. So they can they've got this ebb and flow of, oh yeah, we can create this and not go broke. So we have something to release because we had 20 years of sitting back, getting people to pay $5.99 for a DVD to be mailed to them.
Yeah.
And so they built that up.
So you can't get your DVDs anymore.
And
I know,
here,
yeah. As of I think yesterday, the last one was mailed out. You done?
Yep.
And here is the thing with how Disney. I'm sorry, Hunter. I'll let you go in a minute. Disney is like their business practice is so dated. They massively overpaid for Fox's library, and Rupert Murdoch ended up winning in the end, because what Rupert Murdoch did when they gave him all that money, he took a fraction of that money. He bought Tubi. He kept everyone there. He said, I don't care what you guys do. You're making money with it. I just own you now. Just make sure I get my checks. So Rupert Murdoch turned around, and now Disney's leasing 20th Century Fox property back out to Rupert Murdoch on Tubi. So the guy took a fraction of what they paid him, and now he's making money off of what he already sold.
Amazing.
Yeah, but
Go ahead.
to piggyback off Kat's point here, back on Netflix, I mean, Netflix is doing, say what you want about Netflix's turnover into animation, but they're investing more in the animation than Disney ever is. I just watched their Twitch stream, and I think it was on Wednesday, and they showed 3 back-to-back episodes of Castlevania Nocturne, and like 30 seconds to 10 seconds of the other things they have in the works already. And I'm kind of amazed at the fact that like they've got all these big name properties and some original animations going out, and I'm like, Disney, why aren't you investing in animation the way Netflix is investing in animation? That's what you guys are known for. Or is that just Pixar's wheelhouse now?
They want to bring us cat butts. They want to give us live action Lion King because apparently they think we need more cat butt in our life.
I really think the thing with Disney is that there's a saying where the Romans didn't know Rome fell until they looked around and saw that it actually fell.
Right.
And Disney has been on top for so long, and I think that they think they're invincible. And everyone is literally everyone is like, dude, your shit's on fire. And they're like, nah, man, it's fine. That's just, it's the process. We're good.
Like that dog in the house.
We're good.
They own,
Yeah.
they own so many properties that they of course they think they're invincible. They own.
Yeah.
I mean,
But
when you
the thing is, they own so many properties, but they haven't streamlined. The fact that they have a head for every single studio is asinine. They should have kept Touchstone, folded Marvel, folded Star Wars, folded Lucasfilm into Touchstone, had a head of Touchstone, and then you could do your little banner ads, Marvel Studios, do when the movie rolls out. But the fact that they have all these divisions and they don't there's too many cooks in the kitchen there. They can't. It's a business that's not sustainable.
I think it kind of ties back to what they were talking about on Sith Dominion this week. If you guys tuned into that, business has changed dramatically in the last 3 years. What used to work in corporate America 3 years ago, 2019, no longer works. But the problem is, you have people that are running the boat. That their mindset has not changed. They don't want to do it differently because they don't know how to do it differently. And rather than saying, "Hey, I'm obviously not doing this right. I need to bring in someone with a different perspective," they want to keep doing it the old man way. Plain and simple. That's the nicest way I can put it. Is they still want to be old men and do things the old men way.
Right.
Well, guess what? We moved on in 3 years, bro. You're gonna need to adapt.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. Shaw, what's the next thing on the docket?
All right. Picture number 2, the episode lineup for the upcoming Loki series.
Woohoo!
Just so there's a schedule. Anyone planning on seeing this?
Episode 6 is going to come out the same day as the Marvels comes out. That's interesting.
No one cares about that.
Yeah, you're right.
You are literally the only person that knew that ever.
Yeah, I was like,
Well, it's my birthday,
Nobody's
November.
paying attention
So,
to
you know,
that.
maybe I care about that day.
Well, it's your birthday and Disney gave you the Marvels.
Damn,
Yes,
that
no.
sucks.
present.
They had to make up for it though. They gave him Loki.
I got a movie. And what did you get for your birthday? Not a movie.
Yeah, not Brie Larson. I'm happy with that.
I'm still waiting for that campaign. I'm putting it on Twitter. She hasn't responded yet. So
Yo, what if we got Barkley and Brie Larson on the show at the same time? Be like, that girl got negative booty.
That's terrible. That's just terrible. You say that, Ambrose. That's just terrible. That's just terrible, Ambrose. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Like,
need to-
how do you feel?
Brie Larson. That's just terrible.
I'm not saying I'm the reason Barkley never come back to San Antonio again, but you know, if the shoe fits, I'll lace it up.
It might be you for real.
Brie Larson's gonna come on this.
It might be you for real, Cat.
We're gonna have to like.
I don't know.
call it
I mean,
Disney now.
Honestly, getting back on track, I like Loki as a character. I never got involved in the show. It wasn't for any reason. It was just in that time where like I'm at a time with Marvel where I need to keep a scorecard and have to pick and choose what I watch, and that was just never on the list for me.
Oh, I like
Like
that.
there's like thousands of hours of content, and it's like to keep up with the MCU started to be a job, so I just kind of gave up.
I'm gonna echo that sentiment real quick because, like, I think I lost touch with the MCU once when the live action Doctor Strange came out, and I was still parroting that the animated universe did him a little bit better. But then everybody was like, "But the MCU is the hottest thing out right now," and I'm like, "Okay, watch in 5 years, it won't be." And look at where we are.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I
Still,
think the
still
show
brings
was
in the
well
money.
done. You know, the show was well done. It gave you a different perspective of the character,
Mhm.
and maybe it's because it didn't feel as MCU-like as the MCU was starting to feel.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like a breath of fresh air.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, and if I can watch it, it'll make sense. Like I tried to watch WandaVision, and I was like, this makes no sense. And someone was like, oh, well, you have to watch this, this, and this. And I was like, so I'm not watching WandaVision. Like this isn't college. I'm not gonna like rent 4 books just so I can watch one show. Like, you know, like.
All right, you guys, real quick, I do want to get a couple of things in here before we continue on with the show. We want to say this show is sponsored by that guy right there, the PadMate Hercules Bluetooth speaker. That thing is awesome. I'm getting 2 of them. You can get you one too. PadMate/tech.com. I think there, as you see, $69 there. It's a Bluetooth speaker. It is awesome. It's my product. I'm getting 2 of them, doggone it. And check it out, padmate/tech.com. Go ahead and check it out as soon as you can. For some reason, the system still won't let me put a picture on it, so I had to do a screen share. So there you go. So check it out over there, guys, and get your website fixed so I can put a screen up on it. Please do that. Put a picture up.
Are you going to put that link down in the description there for everybody?
I got the link right down there. It's scrolling right now. It's my little ticker tape parade
Right down there.
Right down there.
But what about people like me that are lazy and just want to copy and paste it out of the description?
That's true. I'll do it on a video.
Okay, yeah, because I lazy, so like, yeah, I like to copy paste out of the description.
I'll do it on video. That thing is awesome. I'm gonna get 2 of them. Then we get 2 of them. I'm like fight right here on the air. That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. Shaw, go ahead, hit me up with the next one. Then we'll go to Diamond and her video game news.
All right, so we got some news about Spider-Man 2, the video game. There's apparently going to be an option to have fall damage, which a lot of people want, apparently. It won't be standard. It'll be something you have to like turn on at some point. But yeah, so for anyone who wants fall damage in Spider-Man 2, it'll be there.
I don't want
Why
that.
would you want that?
Why would you want that?
I agree. I do agree.
Realism in video games, folks.
Excuse me, can you hurt me?
I mean,
He already can't swim. Why do you want him to not be able to land on concrete without taking damage?
Well, that's kind of like that one version of Guitar Hero that like didn't really do well because they were like, we're making this one as realistic as ever, and it's like, no, none of us know how to play guitar. That's why we're playing Guitar Hero.
Guitar Hero Live.
Yeah, I think it was Guitar Hero Live, and everyone was like, it's going to be the most realistic. It's gonna be like just really like it's gonna be playing the real guitar. It's like, I can't play the real guitar, idiot. That's why I play Guitar Hero.
Exactly.
If I could play real guitar, I'd be doing that.
What do you think of this, Diamond?
Play Rock Band.
At least mine was just an option. It's not something that has to happen. So,
What do you think about this, Diamond? Do we need fall damage? Really? Do we need fall damage in any game?
Well, it depends because I like to maybe because I'm like a dumbass
Fall damage
sometimes.
in
I'm like,
Pokemon now,
I'm gonna
crying
test
out
the fall
loud.
damage in this game and see if I can get hurt or not. If I get hurt, then I know not to do it again.
Yep.
We got fall
Like
damage
me
in
and my
Pokemon
first run
now.
through a
Good
Cyberpunk, I was like, "Hi, I'm Hunter. Welcome to Jackass," and I jump off the tallest thing. And I was like,
Exactly.
"Oh my god!"
And will it kill me?
But yo, it's gotten crazy because Pokemon Arceus has fall damage. You can actually have to start your level over.
Dang.
So I have a feeling this is for all those people that are like, man, this isn't realistic enough to Spider-Man. So they're like, oh, you don't think it's not realistic enough? Okay, fine. Bam, fall damage, bitches.
So
Yeah, it's for trophy hunters.
Gotta be.
Complete the game without fall damage. Complete the game with fall damage.
Oh man, I can already see that trophy now.
And watch me roll my eyes as I not care as they brag about it.
And then I try to play it.
All right, Diamond, you're up. What video game news you got for us tonight?
So, SAG-AFTRA, 98% are in favor of authorizing a strike where video game voice actors and actors can go on strike against the video game companies.
Damn it, man.
Yeah, but that's SAG-AFTRA. What about the actual video game actors?
No, this is like a up in the air type of thing. They'll.
But I mean, of course, SAG-AFTRA, like 98% of them are going to support the strike because that means that the video game workers will join them and then they get more dues.
But those votes are usually taken by, like, there's a certain percentage of the people that are impacted, like even with the writers had to go in. It's not just like SAG-AFTRA makes the decision; they call a vote, and everybody who's part of that goes in and votes yay or nay.
Now this is like if the negotiations fall apart, and that's when they'll try to bring like the voice actors and the actors for the game to like come in and try to do a strike for that.
Well, I mean, when you look at like video game voice actors or even the writers for video games, the writers for video games aren't really shouldn't be affected by any of this because they already know if you buy the game, people have already bought your work. They're fine. It's just will they read it is the question. Probably not.
Apparently, Epic Games spent too much money, and now they're laying off 16% of their employees due to slow Fortnite growth.
Damn.
Go back to making Unreal Tournament. I'll say this again. You will have everyone's money, but they're not going to do it.
Not because they're too invested in Fortnite.
Yeah.
I mean, the
guys that knew how to do Unreal Tournament have probably already left the company voluntarily.
True.
The thing, I mean, is there no one in these boardrooms that are like, Fortnite's been popular for a while now. It's probably going to die off soon. We might want to have a fallback plan for it. No, Fortnite is forever.
No, because they found
forever, Carl.
Have you not met the people who did Call of Duty who was like, hey, let me milk this cow until it's dead, and even then I'll keep going.
And
or do
the
a
fallback plan is let's just put Kim Kardashian's butt in there or something, like as an upgrade.
There will be a button to twerk her in the game, probably.
Yeah. We're gonna make her twerk over top of
anybody.
Yeah. I mean, I
do the next advertisement for it.
I just feel like every boardroom in the entertainment industry is like that scene from The Simpsons where like they're burying treasure and there's that one guy who's like, why don't we use the money, to buy things? And then like the captain just shoots him. And then, like they keep just burying the treasure.
All right,
one character that's like Missy from South Park where he says something smart and then I forgot what the other character, but he's like, someone says, "Shut up, Missy."
All right, Diamond, what else you got?
So GTA 6 has a new rumor swirling. There's a prediction for the release date of the game is set for October 26, 2023. Also, GTA 6 is now, or GTA Online is now 10 years old.
Damn. I didn't realize that.
Can I still slap hookers and take their money in GTA 6?
I don't know.
I
GTA
would
6.
hope so.
Well, they got away from it in GTA 4 and 5. You could no longer smack the hookers for money.
I mean, I can punch a hooker for money in GTA 5.
Oh, maybe I didn't hit her hard enough.
Damn, man. Y'all get us banned off FCC Airways.
Did you press X to pay your respects?
Damn.
No.
Shout out to the hookers.
Y'all always slap the hookers. It was always more effective to drive over them and then get them.
Or shoot them and do like drive by and run.
Y'all up here, man, I don't understand. Y'all up here slapping hookers.
I just remember that news report where like people were modding GTA.
Disrespectful. Damn.
And like you had like people crying like they're in interviews. It's like
Thank you, bro.
you violated my
Thank you,
character with a parking cone.
See, y'all see my brother David down there. Y'all, hey, hookers are people too. Just to let y'all know, they are people too.
Just call me a
money for mediocre act, so I don't know what to do about that.
I'm sorry, slapping bitches
man.
works for me. Okay? How is not slapping bitches working for you?
Like, if I can't run up on people and start punching them, then I don't know what to
Y'all
do.
are so wrong, man.
Like if I can't violate someone, what's the point of playing the game?
Exactly.
I mean, you don't. Okay, all right. I think I found a happy middle ground. You can just take the dildo bat and then hit the hookers with the dildo bat, then take your money.
That's Saints Row.
So your middle ground just a
No,
molly.
there was a playable dildo weapon. There was a playable dildo weapon in one of the older GTA games.
That's
It's
right,
like-
David.
I found middle ground.
Don't worry
I found middle ground. We mollywop them.
Hey, y'all listen to David
Aggressively.
down there. Y'all listen to my boy David down there. They're just trying to make a life for themselves. That's all they're trying to do.
Same here.
Yeah,
It's
they made the
my
life for
money.
themselves. They take my money and I take their money. So
Why is this starting to sound like a Guy Ritchie film?
Oh, they got to do
Yo,
that to the hookers, man.
honestly.
Let the hookers live. Come on,
I'm like
y'all.
Guy Ritchie's typing
You're
everything
letting
we're
them
saying. He's
live.
like, hold up, guys.
You better have my
I
money.
thought it would be coming up.
Wait, what was the game I just saw in the news again? We were talking about a couple months ago where you could have sex with a bear. That
Oh,
game's
Baldur's
removing. It's removing the bear sex.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's
What
Gate
is-
3?
What is this world
what?
coming to where you can't have sex with a bear in your video game?
It's a video game. You can do anything you want.
Yeah, apparently they're removing the bear sex.
No, that's because there's plenty of other sex. People weren't as interested in the bear sex when they realized they could seduce like the tiefling.
This is America, damn it! And if I want to have sex with my video game bear, then
Hey now.
Just like I have a right to have bear arms on my wall.
It's Baldur's
Yeah, but I
Gate. Okay.
You're making me think of. Did you ever see that skit from Robot Chicken with the Harry Potter characters when they're all the characters who can shapeshift into animals shapeshift into animals? They're like, oh, we're gonna lure Lupin away in a werewolf form, and they look back. They look back at I forget who it was. It turns into a deer, but he's getting ready to like mount a deer, and he goes, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Well, I'm gonna have sex with this deer." And he's like, "What?" He goes, "That's so wrong." He goes, "No." He goes, "That's bestiality." And he's like, "No, that'd be if I was a man having sex with a deer. I'm a deer having sex with a deer. Totally different."
Damn.
It's like the
All
episode.
right,
What was it? The ending in Super Troopers.
No.
Yeah, we can go on.
All right, Diamond. What else? You
Oh
got
man,
for us?
it's like another Robot Chicken sketch where the dude invents the maid robot, and the scientists in the room go, "Can you fuck it?" And everybody's like, he's like, "Oh, why would you want to?" And he's like, "Ah," and then they all walk out disappointed and don't buy one.
Man.
The future
All right,
is now.
All right, Diamond. What else you got for us?
So,
All right, good thing my face isn't on camera. I'd be canceled right now.
Go ahead, Diamond.
so PlayStation leader Jim Ryan is to retire after 28 years with Sony in March of 2024, and is to replace him as CEO will be Hiroki Toti, and I can't say his name. Hideaki Kamiya is leaving Platinum Games on October 12th, 2023.
Okay. So if you're not familiar with, I'm at least familiar with Hideki Kamiya. He was the guy, Devil May Cry, Resident Evil, Okami. That was basically him. And yeah, those are basically his babies. And him retiring and possibly going to do something else hurts my soul because he's not finding joy in making games anymore. I hope that's not the case, but
Also, Capcom's president says games prices are too low. Tsujimoto said in a quote that he felt the prices of new video games is too low, saying development costs are about 100 times higher than during the Famicom era, but software prices have not gone up that much. There's also a need to raise wages, considering the fact that wages are raising in the industry as a whole. I think raising until prices is a healthy option for businesses. This may be signaling a move that Capcom games may move from $60 to $70.
I think he needs to take a smaller bonus.
This is insane. The head of a company is saying he needs to charge more for things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm shocked.
Well, I mean,
Disrespectful for him to say
like Dad, correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't old Famicom games and Super Nintendo games used to cost $200?
Yeah, man. Yo, and you know what? As gamers, we were bilked for so long because you couldn't just buy the PlayStation in the game. You had to buy the peripherals. You had to buy the memory cards. You had to buy this. You had to buy that. You know, now they're mad because they actually made systems with hard drives again, and we don't have to buy all these extras. And they're like, oh, man, we don't have any of that sweet sucker money anymore. We got to start charging money for games. Like,
But they get that season pass, though.
What'd you say?
They get the season pass, though. Or they get you at the PlayStation Deluxe Plus Premium Gold.
Or you get the season pass that's only for like one season, and then like another season comes down, they want to charge you extra for that season.
I'll say this: Call of Duty does it right every time. Call of Duty comes out with a battle
Call
pass
of Duty does
every
something right
season, and they want you to pay $30 up front for it, and then pay for the COD points right after because they know you don't have the time to grind the battle pass out for free.
Yeah, Sniper Elite does the same thing.
So does NBA 2K.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, NBA 2K. We don't talk about that.
What else you got, Diamond?
Touchy subject.
That's all I got right now.
Hey, appreciate you, Diamond. Appreciate you coming through with all that good news. Let me roll back to Shaw real quick. Shaw, you're going to do a quick PS5 review for us. You just got your PS5 recently.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What are some of the things you liked, some of the things you disliked about it?
All right. Well, it's pretty easy to learn once you get it. All the features and stuff. There's a talk to text feature. The coloring and the screen is much clearer. One thing that I didn't know was going to be on it was that it actually downloaded all my information from my PS4. So I don't need my PS4 anymore. Download the game and all the information, all that. So
that's cool.
I'm there now. It's actually a lot bigger than I thought it would be. It's like
It's a giant.
Yeah, it's about 2 times bigger than the 4. About. Yeah.
Heavy.
I literally got it only for Spider-Man in weeks. So I will let you know about that when I play that game. So
Well, we're all gonna be playing. See what skins we can unlock first.
I'm getting the deluxe. I'm getting the pre-order and the 10 new.
There you go.
So I'm starting off with a bunch.
Cool. Anything you want to get into about it?
No, I mean for now, I've been able to play it a little bit and use it, and yeah, that's all I got so far about it.
All right. I'm gonna set up a couple of these, and then we'll go over the top for this come up with news, and then we'll finish up. Superman Legacy is facing a delay due to the strike, but production is still targeting a 2024 start. The release date of July 2025 may still be feasible if production starts spring of 2024 and wraps up within 6 months. Does anybody care about this movie?
Yeah.
I mean, that rapid for a movie that anticipated that rapid of a production schedule terrifies me, and I think the writing process will be terrible, and it will end up hurting the movie. I think they should just accept the fact that there was a strike and push it back. To take a movie that's going to be that important and is going to be the thing that holds your entire universe together and just like we need to rush it out. That's literally like I'm about to have a stroke because I want to like storm into their office and be like, Zaz, that's what you guys did last time.
Yeah.
You got mad because of Avengers, so you rushed Justice League out, and that's why we're in this mess.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm wondering is how much of the movie was already done. Like, was this a situation where they have like 2 scenes to shoot, and then it's going to be able to go into post?
Nah, Gunn is still writing it, and they're still casting. So I mean, they're way early.
I just hope that it's not as bad as The Flash. That's like the bar is so low for The Flash or for any DC movie at this point.
Dude, The Flash was like, I don't know. I had 2 hours to kill. That was really the only reason I watched The Flash. That was the only reason.
I had 2 hours to kill, and I still wanted my 2 hours back.
Yes,
That was Black Adam for me.
You know what though?
No, Flash made Black Adam look like Citizen Kane.
Black Adam was the hottest trash I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
Yeah.
Oh no, there's worse.
No, Black Adam was awful.
No,
Flash. So Flash is like here. Black Adam's like below that.
Black Adam.
No, Black Adam actually had things like a villain that was there in the movie and a plot you could follow, and not Ezra Miller.
And a better
people running and CGI babies and such.
Like he didn't line up like a figure skater every time he went to fly somewhere.
The thing that pissed me off about both of those movies, Flash did not have a hot looking female in it. Black Adam had no hot looking female in it. You got a hot looking female in some, at least in one of these
Why do we
movies.
need that?
You didn't have no hot looking female in either movie.
We don't need that.
Because we do have Jason Momoa's abs.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
We don't need any of that.
Jason
Speaking of
Momoa carried the entirety of Aquaman 2.
Speaking of impending disasters.
Listen, Sasha Collins, she was all right. I kind of agree with Ambrose when Ambrose said she wasn't really written well, and she didn't have the screen time to really do anything with that character. But Black Adam had no hot females in it at all. They
didn't even capitalize on a topless rock.
No.
Yeah.
They did capitalize on his forehead though.
Disrespect.
Aquaman 2 is going to be so bad.
Bad.
Aquaman 2 is going to be so bad, even the Titanic is going to be like, all right, about time for me to leave the ocean. I'm getting back. I'm getting back up.
Come on. Black Manta alone is going to be worth seeing that movie.
But at least you had Jason Momoa's abs.
One scepter to rule all the scepters. So what you're telling me is the writers all got drunk and watched Lord of the Rings while they were writing Aquaman.
Every freaking movie is a copy of a movie that came out 50 years ago. That's just how it is now. That's nuts. It's awful.
I'll say this about Aquaman 2 though. They didn't have to white. I'm glad they did not whitewash Black Manta, because that was never canonically true, and I would have been angry if it went the other way, just as angry as everybody else been if it went the way they thought it was going to go.
They made Black Manta cool. They made him cool.
I think it's funny that Aquaman's brother looks more like Aquaman than Jason Momoa does.
You know what?
I mean, you're not wrong. You know,
you ain't wrong at all.
Yeah.
But Jason Momoa's got the abs. They're like, all right,
That's
so
all
here's
that
the deal,
matters.
man.
And
We can't cast
Momoa
this
has
other
the
guy.
That's all that matters.
We need.
Can you imagine the set tour?
Drago.
Can you imagine the set tour? That's Amber Heard's trailer. Yeah,
Is it a dumpster fire or something?
She does her own.
She
does her own sheets.
On all this, yeah,
on Amber Heard's trailer. Yeah, see, Amber Heard's trailer has to be that one trailer that barely survived a tornado that went through the park.
It smells over there.
Hey, what's up, man? Welcome to Geeking Out Podcast. Welcome to the stream. How you doing, brother? Here's it. Like I say, this bring back the hot females, and I'm cool. Sasha Collins was all right, but she wasn't all that. We do need that, Ty. We need that.
See, this is where I'm different from my father. I am a man of culture and like substance.
We just can't have. We just have. I mean, we just.
Okay.
I mean, we have to have that.
Don't take movies away from me, all right? Listen, I'm a married man. I can't even go out on Halloween. Halloween used to be like Christmas for me, right? You'd have slutty cops, slutty librarians, slutty nurses.
I can't be a
slutty-
part of this. Oh
Slutty
my God.
firefighters. You know, we
That was
need
Legends
that
of
in our
Movies that
lives.
candy.
Come on,
So when
now.
you take it out of the
You
movies,
gotta join us.
that's
Ty.
all we have left, Ty.
Ty,
That's
join
all
us,
we
man.
have left.
It's so
Ty, you gotta
Texas.
join
Oh
us.
gosh.
My brother, you gotta join us, man. You gotta join us. We need this. We
Hey,
gotta have it.
I can appreciate a beautiful person on screen. I won't disagree with that, but you don't need it. That's not if a
You
movie is
need it, Ty.
if a movie has to rely
Hey,
on
William.
something
William.
like that.
Did you know that Laura
not a good
Croft's
movie.
boobs were fake and built into the suit?
Do that to me.
Yep.
Why you got to bring that up, Kat? Why you got to bring that up?
Cat just ruined my whole childhood with that, man.
Here I am enjoying myself
Well,
without
I mean,
Janae,
my gosh,
and Kat's
I
gonna
know.
bring that up.
Cat told me that at first. Oh my gosh, my childhood was just like crushed right there in public perception, public consumption. My whole
Hey,
childhood was just
hey,
destroyed.
North,
I mean, at least you'll
Lara
come
Croft
back
came a long way from triangles. Damn it.
At least
She
you'll
came
come
along-
back
yeah,
in like
It
the
wasn't
later.
triangle titties. Yeah.
I mean, but weren't guys also tricked into like saying that, hey, if Laura Croft is naked in this game, just do this cheat code, and then she just blew up?
Yep, and ever since then,
Isn't Laura Croft coming out with an animated series here soon?
She's
on, like,
supposed
Netflix
to.
or something?
Netflix. Yep.
she's supposed to on Netflix. Mm-hmm.
I never did watch the last movie. I heard it wasn't that good.
It was pretty
We don't-
good.
Was it? Okay.
We don't care if it was good. We just care about her. That woman.
Oh,
This girl is a child, Will.
I'm sorry.
We don't care about her.
No, Tyler's like
glad
that
this
guy
man
that's
did not
like,
discover reboot
I watched
Lara
the
Croft
movie
after
for the
first
plot.
iteration.
Yup, that's what I just watched it for the plots.
I do.
I just watched it for the storyline.
Uh-huh.
like we'd all be
He
sitting
watched
around
Live.
watching. We'd all be sitting
didn't
around
watch
watching a
Avengers.
porno.
He
Tyler would be
didn't
like,
watch-
they got the order completely wrong. Why are they even paying this pizza guy?
Why do you watch porn with your friends? Is this like, I
Hey.
mean,
What is this?
Hey,
Yeah,
Todd
why
didn't
would you
watch?
watch-
Todd didn't watch Avengers for Scarlet Witch and Black Widow. He watched it for the plot. Oh man.
I
I
feel
mean-
your pain.
as the comic book fan, you know, there is
Don't-
that. I mean, when
Ty,
you're
Ty, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you feel that way, don't go. What? Don't go. I was at the comic book shop last week. Don't read Power Girl. You ain't gonna like Power Girl if you feel that way about you don't need a hot female for anything. Don't go read Power Girl issue 1. Don't do it.
Is it bad? Is it that bad?
No, it's good. But
Oh,
if
bro.
you go off that premises, the cover.
no, here's the thing. You can
the
have an
cover on
attractive
issue 1.
character.
Yeah.
Oh man!
can
And
have,
then I'm
like,
not. And,
yeah.
and then go back and look at the two variant copies right after that. Oh
Mhm.
my gosh! If you feel that way, don't go look
No,
at any one of those issues.
Again, I'm going to. I can appreciate something, an attractive thing to look at. That's totally
well, there you
understandable.
go.
But no, I'm just saying is you don't need it.
You need
I
it.
think a story should be strong enough without that.
Kat, can I ask you a question real quick?
Go for it.
Would Aquaman be anything without Jason Momoa?
Well, no, that's because it wasn't written well. Like, but
It's barely a movie.
yeah, I mean,
I can't disagree.
Damn.
It's like an hour-long porno, just there.
no, it's not even that. It's not even porn quality.
Yeah,
It's like- It's not even like
Damn.
Cinemax quality porn.
Damn.
Cinemax, boy, damn.
It's the amateur hour.
Yeah.
Not even. Dude,
Yeah, it's the amateur section of the amateur section of the hub. There you
It's
go.
one of them Emmanuel
the
movies,
amateur
boy.
section of Pornhub is closer to porn than
Damn.
Aquaman.
Overweight.
Damn, man.
It's the OnlyFans section of the DCU.
No, that was actually Legends of Tomorrow because everyone on that show was hot.
Facts.
Never
There was
did
not a
watch
single
Legends of
bad
Tomorrow. I
looking
need to.
person
You know
on
what?
Legends of Tomorrow.
Ty, I'm with you
I
on
want
that.
to.
I'm with you on that on the later seasons, but I did enjoy season 1.
I do want to watch. I just accidentally around that time frame of it starting was when I
Mm.
fell out of the Arrowverse stuff.
I feel you on the later seasons, but season 1 was pretty good.
Mm.
Shaw,
I never
you
touched
agree
it
with
at
me?
all.
Season 1 of Legends was good.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
I
think season 1 of Legends was
just
good.
saw when
My
some of
issue-
the like Cockrell and then were introducing what Flash.
Yeah, my issue was later on when it turned more to comedy than action, but I digress. Let's go ahead, Ty. Get your comic book news.
Oh gosh, just what to talk about. Well, DC, as far as I'm aware, has wrapped up all of their the Night Terrors.
Okay.
At least that's what I understood, because I know that they're starting to bring back. They're starting to realign back with their Dawn of DC storylines.
Mhm.
There's a couple different ones that I haven't read it yet, but I just picked up. There is a Batman and Catwoman storyline with Red Hood that just came out. So I'm gonna hopefully read that, because I just heard Red Hood and I was like, oh, I'm sold. Give me that. No,
There you go. Red Hood is the man. I'm gonna see him.
Poor DC. Poor DC. They probably sit there in fear every day of the Zaz. you know the Zaz want them gone. They're probably like, oh God, is the Zaz coming? And he just comes in to mess with them.
But they don't have to worry about it because Zaz can't read, so they just don't worry about the comics. No,
not being able to read does not stop the Zaz from zazzing you. He will zazz you. He will zazz you twice for saying that.
Or
he'll rehire you and zazz you again.
Or they put DC under so many paperwork. He looks at it and goes, I can't read all this. I don't care. Just ignore it. And DC's like, yes, we're safe. Okay. No, with Marvel, they're still going on with the Fall of X stuff, which is exploding into so many different things going on as we witness coming up the marriage, of course, between our Iron Man and our Ice Queen. Yeah, so
that ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna happen.
I will be excited to see how it is. I don't think it's gonna last long, but I'll be excited to see where it goes.
I'm excited for you, and I'm so excited that I can honestly say I just don't care.
One thing, I haven't got to read it, but I picked it up this with all the Fall of X stuff. Currently, Nightcrawler has taken on the role of being the current Spider-Man in the city.
Yeah, I saw that.
How many different Spider-Mans are we gonna have?
Well, I have no idea what's going on here. I can't wait to read it.
Does Nightcrawler take fall damage?
He teleports. He's fine.
But does he take fall damage though? Because it don't pattern.
He teleports to the ground.
He can also just fail.
How does that even work? Everybody knows Spider-Man's a human. Nightcrawler got a tail. That's not Spider-Man. Spider-Man got a tail. Why does Spider-Man have a tail all of a sudden?
Well,
I mean, they're not sure he could have had a tail with all those blurry photos that have always been showing up of him. Yeah.
Well, I mean, at this point, I'm surprised that they haven't started to think that there's some kind of spider pandemic. There's so many spider people running around New York. They're like, "Hi, I'm so and so, and I got, my house got destroyed by some spider person." Yeah.
This is true.
It's gonna be the insurance premium. My car got destroyed by a spider person. But yes, you got the Fall of X stuff going on. The Contest of Chaos is wrapping up here soon. I haven't actually started it, but I have all the comics to read. But the Contest of Chaos is spinning off from the events of Agna Harkness, basically unleashing some hell and chaos after stealing the power from Scarlet Witch. So there's a lot of fun stuff going on. I know as we get into the Halloween season, we're going to see some more fun Halloween stuff here and there. I know there's a fun Blade series going on right now that's pretty interesting. I think it's a 6-part series, I think.
Yeah, I have it. I just haven't read it yet.
Yeah, I haven't read 3. I read 1 and 2. I haven't read 3 yet. But nope, that's a fun one going on right now. So there's a lot of cool things. Again, when I spoke last time, if you're not sure where to get into with comics, because there's always so many things to do, go to your local library and just go pick up a volume 1 of anything, and you're going to find something you're going to enjoy, because there's so many fun comics to read, so many good stories, and comics have been going on for decades and decades, so you'll never run out of something to read.
Appreciate that, man.
And if you want back issues, don't go to Mile High. Mile High overcharges for everything.
All right, Shaw, I'm gonna let you pick up.
Unless they plan on sponsoring us, then they're great.
Because we do anything for money.
Hey, that's right, though. That's the motto.
But you can't say that because they'll make us do something that we're not supposed to do.
Exactly.
I can find a way to make it. I can find a way to make it barely within the lines.
Hey, I I mean, we'll turn it into bot sluts if you keep that up, man.
There you go.
Hey, I have my Twitter handle right there on the screen, and so if you want to go, tell me what you want me to read or talk about. You know,
There you go.
I'll give you my cash app.
There you go. All right, you guys. I'm gonna let Shaw pick back up. Shaw, go ahead and pick back up, my friend.
All right. So James Gunn recently confirmed that though Blue Beetle and the Suicide Squad are non-canon to the DCU, those actors from those two shows will be continuing in the DCU. That will be Exxon, whatever the actor who played Blue Beetle will be continuing. Viola Davis as Amanda Waller and John Cena as Peacemaker. Picture number 3.
Yes,
Oh, Peacemaker.
I like Peacemaker.
I love
Throws
Peacemaker.
a dog the invisible bone.
But why Blue Beetle? I didn't enjoy Blue Beetle.
I mean,
I
it's
saw
easy
that
to say you're going to
movie.
retain him as Blue Beetle because are they even going to do anything with Blue Beetle after that? Like,
Yeah, no plans.
I still
From what I've
haven't
heard,
watched
they're
it
already
yet.
they're once the strike and everything's over, they're lit for a second movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we put a
they,
spoiler alert? We can talk about
they
anything
gave
about it?
they gave that a sequel?
Yeah, because
Yep.
if we're gonna do that,
Sorry,
just
just
so I
on
don't
the
get
off
in
chance.
trouble.
Yeah, just in the off chance.
How did they give that a sequel?
But Blue Beetle's pretty good. It really is good.
It's
I
good.
think
I mean, I
nothing's a
think it's a good
good
movie, but I don't think it made money. Like, the whole thing about Hollywood is making money. If your movie loses money and you say, hey, you know what? Try again. We'll give you a second one. That's not a very good business decision. This is
No
why
one
Warner
would think
Brothers
that.
is constantly in a pit of despair.
Well, isn't that Netflix's whole platform is make 1,000 movies and hope that one of them does well?
Pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much. Who watched Ahsoka this week?
I did.
Hey,
Everybody liked the episode.
Yeah, I thought the episode was really good.
Yeah, it was really good.
It was fun.
I finally watched the first 2 episodes.
There you go. I will say it's spiked to me too. I actually never watched any of the animated stuff like Clone Wars and all that stuff. So I'm actually going back and starting Clone Wars.
I loved the first 2 episodes. I gotta get into episode 3. Dragon Ball Magic.
Watch Rebels too.
Like
I do want to watch
all
Rebels, yeah.
20 of those training videos that Anakin left her. You know, I think we need a new series with that.
Mhm.
Well, better get some talk.
Dragon Ball Magic, an internet show where Goku and King Kao turn the kids by a demon and travel to the multiverse to get their bodies back. I've heard about this show. I don't know if I'm so crazy about this.
Look, thing about Dragon Ball is Dragon Ball Magic might as well just be them trying to redo GT, but no one's gonna care anymore after you get to Dragon Ball Super. This is a weird ass time to pull something out like that.
Particularly with Heroes still going.
Heroes was the better show, honestly,
Yeah.
but I think they're trying to reach a new audience, a new younger audience with Dragon Ball Magic, but no one's gonna care. I'm not gonna care. It's not my demographic.
Magic. No. I don't know.
Cheryl, what do you mean by boo bits?
So Team 4-Star has been doing little reels of the Boo Saga when they could have just actually done the Boo Saga. You know, I mean, they're funny, but it's like, why not just do the whole damn thing? You know,
Right.
I mean,
Well, from what I understand, the origin of Boo Bits came from Totally Not Mark, because he got into this battle with Toei Animation over use of Dragon Ball footage, and since he won, he was like, "Hey, you guys were the original ones to throw the finger at Toei using their content, and now you can legally do it. So why don't you come back and do it again, but for me?"
Keep saying Toei and it's getting me excited. I love Toei.
You do?
Then you're gonna love our feet pics OnlyFans.
Hey, I'm sorry, but Toei gave us Power Rangers eventually.
Yeah, this is true.
And
Yeah,
Godzilla.
Toei's good, but I've always
And Sailor Moon.
I've always looked at them as more of a one-off. It's like, bro, what have you done other than Dragon Ball and One Piece. What have you done?
I just said Sailor Moon.
I don't. Usagi's annoying ass don't count.
Godzilla.
I'm talking about
Godzilla?
here. I'm talking about like what changed the landscape because Dragon Ball supposedly changed, was the gateway anime to a lot of people over here, and I'm like, bro, so you're holding everything to Dragon Ball standards. They're the reasons why the whole Goku, can he beat Goku debate has raged on for so long because they keep telling Toriyama, hey, add forms, do this. And I'm like, bro, you're literally saturating the series with power creep. At this point, reset Dragon Ball to 0 and let Goku just be a guy.
I said I didn't watch any Dragon Ball, so
Just saying.
You didn't watch any Dragon Ball?
I missed it. I don't know how I did, but it just like passed me, and now it's too like intimidating.
Kind of like too late to go back.
Yeah, I feel like it's too intimidating to try and touch it. Just like One Piece. I'm not going to touch it. It's too intimidating.
Nope, neither am I.
So I'm not going to.
Yeah, I went to go start watching that, and then I was like, yeah, let's start 1,000 episodes. Get the hell
Yeah.
I'm telling y'all, this is so good. It's a good anime. You gotta sit through it.
I can't do. I
don't have. Do you want to pay my bills so I can sit through it?
Nah.
That's a good point.
Just binge watch it.
Dude, I know somebody who's tried watching it.
You gonna binge watch 1,000 episodes over what?
I know somebody who's tried to watch One Piece, and he says it's taken him what? I think it's taken him 4 years to try to get to where they are now.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'm trying to watch the Power Ranger stuff that just came out last night. So like,
you trying to get I get you.
There's only 10 episodes. I still have 3 more to go.
Now, I do have someone here saying that Dragon Ball Magic's just made up. So
I believe that too. Yeah,
Well, I mean, all things are made up.
I also saw that one.
Yeah, a lot like Indiana Jones 4.
Could be just rumor and conjecture. So we'll see. Take that with a grain of salt.
All words.
All right, we got.
Damn, hold up. What did they do? What is Nvidia doing in France? They got cocaine in the graphics cards over there?
What?
Yeah.
What does a skin cream company have to do with this show?
All right, so
our new advertiser.
What's next up on the docket, Shaw?
We got some One Piece news, kind of. Picture number 4, please.
Oh God.
Yes, get it away, kill it with fire.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, I'm leaving. This is the end of the stream for me. It was great, y'all. Bye.
I'm taking that off.
You know it's bad when the cartoon character looks more appealing than the person that's going to be playing the cartoon character.
Whoa, hold on. Are you trying to say you hate Jamie Lee Curtis?
I don't really like her as an actress. I like True Lies. That was about it. And, Halloween because she didn't talk. I don't know. I'm not
She
really
died
a
in
big
the
fan.
first sequence of the first
Did we
Halloween or
not like-
something.
No, that was like
Freaky Friday
that was
film?
like the Halloween. That was I think that was the Halloween where where Michael Myers karate kicked Busta Rhymes out the window.
Oh,
That was like Halloween 8 where she
Did we not
died.
like
But then
her
they
everything
rebooted it.
everywhere at once?
All right, you guys. Couple of things you're going to finish.
I mean,
up
she
with
looks
me.
like a high school principal.
Right, a couple of things. We got 3 more things, and then we gotta get on out of here. I'm running short on time. Power Rangers Cosmic Fury. I know you're watching it, Ty. Anybody else watching it?
Yeah, I just finished it. this
I
morning.
watched
find
it for the sake of this show. I remembered it reminded me why I had a hard time getting into Right,
It has issues.
Power Rangers in the first place. I had to think about which one it was.
Yeah, it's not without its issues right now.
I mean,
Mm.
the boy band K-pop dances to activate the Zords was
Crazy.
Yeah, it's much like my adventures with Superman. If you want me to talk about this, you're looking for a level of commitment from me that's just not there.
Here's the thing. Somebody who hasn't seen it, somebody who hasn't seen the current iteration of Power Rangers, but watched it way longer than he should have growing up.
What are you trying to say?
It depends. It's like the minute you go from Power Rangers to Super Sentai, and then to Kamen Rider, and then back to Power Rangers, you look at Power Rangers and go, "What the hell are you? Get away from me!"
It has its issues. It has a lot of issues. No, Super Sentai will always be the more superior franchise. That's hands down. It is. But how I see it is this: is first off, every series of Power Rangers has something relatively good about it, and there's even some seasons that are pretty decent.
Agreed.
What?
Agreed.
Okay. But I will say with this new season, because they're trying. I don't know if I agree with this approach, but they're trying to step further away from their Toei roots.
Okay, that makes sense.
They're trying to do more in-house creation. Also, they're moving everything out of God, I can't say where they've been filming the last decade.
New Zealand.
Yeah, they're moving everything back to the States. So I don't know what that means for the show. I know that I was terrified when Hasbro took over. But Beast Morphers was actually pretty decent, and so this Dino and this Cosmic Fury isn't a new season. Everyone's like, new season, but it's really short. Well, it's not actually a new season. It's just like a continuation of last season.
Yeah.
I will say the weapons are cool. I will say obviously the Zords are interesting, but they're also wasted because they should have used that Sentai that they're from. But it's aight. It's aight. We get to see Billy back again. Hey.
All right, two things real quick. Two things real quick. Am I saying this right? Y'all Devil May Cry is getting an animation on Netflix?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay. So reason why? Okay, so I was watching the Netflix thing when it dropped, and it was only a 10-second trailer, and it's being done by Studio Mir. Now, here's the thing that worries me about that. DC has Studio Mir busy with My Adventures with Superman right now. So how much time is going to get put into the DMC anime that hasn't already been put into it already? Or they have two teams working on it? Because we've already seen Devil May Cry as an anime already when it had not much attention paid to it by Madhouse. And because they were working on Hellsing Ultimate at the time.
Gotcha.
Don't keep a studio too busy because I don't want one to suffer over the other.
All right, you guys. And one last thing, Doctor Who Unleashed confirmed. It's going to be 30 minutes, a 30-minute show with a host. So that's going to be interesting.
It's basically Doctor Who Confidentials, a sort of behind the scenes type of thing that they used to have. So now they're doing this new thing, calling it Unleashed, and it's unlike the original. This is going to have a host.
There we go.
Yeah, it's supposed to be shorter though. Not 40 minutes. It's supposed to be 30 minutes.
Is it just a one-time thing, or is it going to be happening after every episode?
For every episode.
So
we're not sure if we're getting it for Disney Plus yet. We know that.
Is it just like Talking Dead, where it would come on right after the show, and you would have?
Yeah, more or less. I mean, yeah. DC is definitely getting it, but we don't know if we're also going to get it for Disney Plus as well.
Gotcha.
But it's likely.
All right, guys. We're going to have to end things off there. I want to say thank you for everybody coming through tonight. I appreciate everyone coming through. Thank you all so very much. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate you, Ty, Kat, Hunter coming through. Really standing in for Janae. Diamond, appreciate you. Shaw, appreciate you. Ambrose, appreciate you. And we will see all you guys next week right here on the Geek Gauntlet Podcast. Everybody have a good week. Have a safe week and take care. Later, guys.
Peace.